Vania, Dart Ultimate Backend, lightweight and simple, just like Laravel and Django. Just with 4 lines of commands, as I said earlier, just 4 lines of commands that and get it up and running. So the first command that we want is this one. So I'm going to copy this where it says that dart pub global activate Vania CLI. So we're going to install and activate Vania CLI. Let's go ahead, copy it, put it, and hit enter. Now it's going to resolve the dependencies. It may take a few seconds. All right, so here we are, and it's already installed and activated. So simple over here. You need to go ahead and create a directory for your project. And within the directory, it's going to install everything. Of course, I'm not going to call it blog. I'm going to call it my jobs. So here we are. It's creating a project calling my jobs. And done. Here we are. Everything's been installed. The next thing it's telling you, go ahead, go to this directory and run this command. Now we're going to go to my directory. So here I'm going to do clear and then cd my jobs. As you can see, we have to do Vania serve, just like Laravel framework. And here we'll see that it's going to make it up and running at this port. I'm going to close this and open it in our VS Code. So as you can see, this is our project, and as just like I said earlier, it's so simple. So here everything is in our lib folder. So here's the app folder. We have HTTP models and providers, then config folder, and then we have database folder, and at the same time route folder, and public folder for our resources. And this works as storage. Anyway, so if you're coming from Laravel and Django, you know that this is exactly similar, same as this. Now, one of the things next we have to take a look first is this API.route. So over here, we do see that some APIs, the routes are already registered. One of them is our home route. So this is over here. I'm going to go ahead and click on this. It's going to take me to the method. And once again, this exactly looks like Laravel and Django. So this is the one that we want to access. The first thing we could do, we can access this route, which is home route, from our browser. So let's go ahead and do that. Before we go ahead and do that, we need to make sure that our server is running over here. So here we do Vania serve. So here we see that it's running on this address and port. So I'm going to click on this and it's going to open up. Here we are. We already see a message where it says, hello world, welcome to full stack development with Vania. Now, where is this coming from? Actually, this is coming from our web route over here. So by default, this is a web route homepage, and this is the message that we see. But now our job is to go ahead and visit this route. Now, since this would be our API route, so over here we have to have prefix API, and then here we're gonna say home, and we'll see that once we hit this route, we're gonna say this message over here. So let's go ahead and do that. As you can see here, it returned us some JSON response. Here it says that message hello name. Now our job is to go ahead and change this. Now over here we'll see, so as we refresh it, we see it here. So far everything we have seen over here, we are visiting from our browser. What about the app? Now over here I have a basic app, and inside the app I have this model, and this is our job model, and job model refers to the 2 fields that we have seen earlier. One is title and description, and at the same time over here we have this from JSON method to convert the response to a model. And then over here we have this HTTP util, and within the HTTP util, make sure that you have installed HTTP package, and then we created this class, and at the same time we have this method fetch data. Now do see that how we are going to call this. So this is our base URL, because we are going to run on Android simulator. So I'm going to use 10022, and this is our port number, and this is our API and home route. And once we get it, we're going to check the status code, and if we have 200, then we are going to go ahead and assign it to our model object over here, and then we are going to return it. And then within our main.dart file, it's pretty simple. All we have over here is this one, this method, which is called change dependencies. So we are going to call another method within it, which is called myState. Now myState is going to call this fetch data, which is going to get data from our server. So after that over here, we do see that our body property, and within it we have this job model object, and then we get this title and description. Now let's go ahead and run our app. Now let's go ahead, save it, and here at the same time we'll see that it's restoring the server, and here we see that payment with 6,000 USD. So this is an awesome, cool framework. So if you want more tutorial on this, you can just leave a comment below and I'll create more tutorial.